When I close my eyes, I can still see the small wooden house where I grew up. It was nothing fancy, just a little place with creaky floors, a stove that smoked on cold mornings, and a backyard where the chickens liked to run free. But to me, it was a castle. I remember waking up to the smell of fresh bread my mother baked. She always said, "A good day begins with something warm in your stomach." At that time, I never thought much of it. I just ate quickly, eager to run outside. But now, looking back, I realize what she meant. Health begins with simple, nourishing food. We didn't have supermarkets, vitamins, or all those powders and pills. What we had was nature. Potatoes we pulled from the ground, berries we picked in the forest, milk warm from the cow. It kept us strong. Sometimes, I think the secret to a long life isn't hidden in some modern medicine, but in those simple, natural meals, and in the love we felt at the table. I remember the games we played as children. We didn't have phones or computers, so we invented adventures. We climbed trees, chased each other through fields, and sometimes came home with scraped knees and dirty hands. My father would laugh and say, "If you don't come back with a scratch, you didn't really live today." Those days taught me something important. Movement is life. Children don't think about exercise, they just play. And maybe, as adults, we need to return to that spirit. Instead of forcing ourselves to do strict workouts, maybe we should just walk, dance, stretch, and enjoy the movement the way we did as kids. Even today, I try to walk every morning. My legs aren't as fast, my back isn't as strong, but each step keeps me alive, keeps my heart beating, keeps my mind clear. Sometimes I whisper to myself, "Remember the boy who ran barefoot through the fields." And for a moment, I feel like that boy again. Life in childhood wasn't always easy. Winters were cold, and money was tight. I remember lying under heavy blankets, listening to the wind howl outside. But in those moments, my family's laughter, their voices around the table gave me warmth no blanket could give. That's another secret of health, I think. Not just food and movement, but love. A heart filled with love is stronger than any medicine. So if I could give advice to anyone listening, it would be this: eat simple food, walk every day, and never let go of the people you love. Because those are the things that carry you through the years. First, challenges. When I became a young man, life started to demand more of me. Childhood games ended, and real responsibilities began. I still remember my first job. The work was hard. Long hours, calloused hands, and little pay. But I carried with me the lessons of my parents, that every task, no matter how small, deserved respect. I worked in the fields, in the factory, sometimes wherever a pair of strong hands were needed. At night, I came home exhausted. But there was a strange joy in that exhaustion, the kind that comes when you know you gave your best. I think today many people are afraid of work. But work, if it doesn't break you, can shape you. It teaches patience, discipline, and pride. Yet, looking back, I realize I didn't always treat my body kindly. There were days I skipped meals, nights I sacrificed sleep just to earn a few extra coins. In my youth, I thought I was invincible. But youth fades, and the body remembers. The truth is, health is an investment, not an afterthought. If I could speak to my younger self, I would say, take care of your body as you would take care of a friend. Feed it, rest it, and listen when it's tired. We often think of health only when we lose it, but it's in the small choices, the food we eat, the hours of sleep we protect, the stress we refuse to carry, that our future is built. There was one night I'll never forget. After weeks of endless work, I collapsed on my way home. Just fainted, right there on the dusty road. A neighbor found me and helped me up. He gave me water and said, "Young man, the world can wait, but your health cannot." Those words stayed with me all my life. I also remember falling in love during those years. Love has its own way of giving strength. Suddenly, the tiredness of work seemed lighter, because I knew someone was waiting for me. We would walk together after long days, hand in hand, talking about dreams. And I understood then that rest is not only sleep. Rest is found in the company of someone who makes your heart lighter. So the lesson from my youth is this: work hard, yes, but never harder than your body can bear. Protect your sleep like gold. Choose simple, nourishing meals. And most of all, surround yourself with people who give you peace. Because without peace, even the strongest body will fall. When I think of those years now, I realize that they shaped me. Work gave me strength. Love gave me hope. And mistakes gave me wisdom. And perhaps wisdom is nothing more than the memory of pain transformed into guidance. Block 3. Maturity and later years. Health and wisdom. As the years passed, my hair grew gray, and the mirror began to show lines that once were not there. At first I feared them. Wrinkles, aching joints, slower steps, they all seemed like signs of loss. But then I realized something important. Aging is not about losing. It is about transforming. In my mature years, I carried responsibilities far greater than myself. Raising children, guiding them into the world, standing beside my wife through both joy and sorrow. Those were the real tests of life. Work taught me discipline, but family taught me patience and love. I remember evenings when the house was filled with the voices of my children. Laughter in one room, arguments in another, the smell of soup on the stove. Life was noisy, sometimes even chaotic. But in that chaos, I found meaning. A family is not always perfect, but it is always a gift. Now, as an older man, the house is quieter. The children are grown. They live their own lives. The silence can be heavy, but it also brings clarity. In the quiet, I hear my own thoughts more clearly. I see what truly matters. At this stage of life, health becomes a daily companion, not something you can take for granted. Every morning, I stretch my arms, breathe deeply, and thank God that I woke up. That, in itself, is a blessing. I've learned that health is not only about the body, but also about the mind. Stress, bitterness, and regret are poisons far stronger than any illness. Letting go of anger, forgiving, and practicing gratitude, these are medicines no doctor can prescribe, yet they heal more deeply than any pill. I try to walk slowly in the mornings, to notice the trees, the sky, the song of a bird. These small moments keep my spirit alive. Sometimes people ask me, what is the secret to a long life? I smile and say, gratitude. Be thankful each day, and you will find life gives you more to be thankful for. There is also another truth. It is never too late. Never too late to start walking more, to eat a little healthier, to say kind words, to forgive someone you love. I have seen people in their 70s and 80s discover joy they never knew in their younger years. Age is not an ending. It is a chapter. And every chapter still matters. So here is the wisdom I wish to leave. Take care of your body with kindness. Take care of your mind with peace. And take care of you